Hello, Blenheim Youth. Welcome to your yoga practice. My name is Zasha and I'll be guiding you through today. All you'll need for this brief 30-minute practice is your body, a little bit of open space, and a mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, that's okay. You can do it on the floor with a blanket or a towel, just something to soften the body on the hard floor surface space. So I'm actually in the Salt Room at the Floating Therapy, Maple City Wellness Center. So this is a really nice calming space. Hopefully that you can find a nice calming and relaxing space in your home as well. So today, the practice is only 30 minutes. So if you find your mind wandering, if you are thinking about the past or thinking about what you're going to do after practice, see if you can, in those moments, just redirect your awareness to the present moment and kind of stick it through. See if you can stay exactly where you are from moment to moment, and just notice when your mind begins to wander and tries to pull you away from the here and the now. And just give yourself this time and space, because yoga is really about regeneration and rejuvenation of your mind and your body. Whatever you're thinking about will still be there waiting for you when you're done your practice. So from here, just find a nice comfortable seated position, just nice and tall. If this isn't accessible to you, crossing the legs in front of the body, you can extend the legs. You can keep them slightly bent with the feet planted. Really, whatever feels best for you will be the best starting position for your practice. Is this recording? Yes, it is, sorry. So from here, just sitting up nice and tall, you can let the wrists rest to the knees. You can cradle the kneecaps with the palms or turn the palms face up. And from here, just thinking about sitting up nice and tall. So allowing the head and the neck to be supported and lengthened up, and then taking the shoulders down the back, lengthening up through the spine. So see if you can create some space in the rib cage so the shoulders are stacked right above the hips. And just nestle your bottom into the ground. So you have two little sits bones on the bottom. See if you can find those sits bones and anchor yourself with those. From here, we're just going to take a deep breath in through the nose and let it go from the mouth. And again, inhale from the nose, let it go from the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose and exhale from the mouth. And with that last exhale, you can close your eyes and just allow your body to rest comfortably, feeling firmly rooted and supported, yet relaxed. Relaxing the muscles around the eyes, relaxing the jaw, and allowing the teeth to gently separate as the lips softly seal to one another. Re-soften the shoulders if necessary. Soften the arms, the elbows, the wrists, and the fingertips. Soften the chest, the rib cage, and the belly. Soften and relax the hips and the thighs and the knees. And soften the ankles, the feet, and the toes. And from here, just take a few smooth and steady breaths in and out of the nose. Knowing that your body already knows how to breathe, so you don't have to control it right now. You can just let the body breathe, and you can observe the breath. Observing every sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. How does it feel to breathe in and breathe out? Where does the breath land in the body? Can you feel the temperature of the breath as you breathe in? And the temperature of the breath as you breathe out. Can you notice the gentle rise and fall of the chest? And the subtle expansion and contraction of the rib cage. And from here, can you start to create deeper breaths, filling more space in the body? Can you make these breaths reach all the way down to the belly, and then exhale, release all that you've taken in. Inhale down to the belly, and exhale, let it go. So here, we're practicing our 3-part breath. So as you inhale, the belly fills, and then the lungs fill, and then the chest fills. And as you exhale, you empty the chest, empty the lungs, and then empty the belly. So we're breathing in from the bottom of the body all the way to the top, and then breathing out from the top of the body all the way down to empty the belly. We'll just practice this for a few more moments in this position. Inhaling, filling the belly, and then the lungs, and then the chest. Exhaling, releasing from the chest, and the lungs, and the belly. And as you continue to practice, know that the aim is to keep this breath with you, steady, smooth, and flowing through all of your physical postures throughout your yoga practice. So we can notice when the mind starts to wander, the breath may have changed, so we can just find this rhythm once again. And with your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale, take the hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, taking the right hand behind the back and the left hand to the outer right thigh. Inhale, lift through the crown, lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist through the torso, and then turn the head to look beyond the right shoulder. Just gently awakening through the spine here. Inhale, return to center, sweep both hands up. Exhale, take the left hand behind the back, right hand to the outer left thigh. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, twist through the torso to look over the left shoulder. And try not to force, but just finding that gentle activation through the thoracic spine. Perhaps you notice a little bit through the back of the shoulder. Deep breath in, bring your chest to center, sweep your hands overhead. And exhale, place the hands down on the mat in front of you. Shift forward, uncross the legs, and come to a tabletop position. So here we're placing the wrists under the shoulders and the knees just below the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Lengthen your spine by tucking the tailbone down. And then inhale, let the belly drop as you lift your chin and open your chest. Exhale, tuck the chin, round through the upper back, hug belly to spine. Inhale, belly drops, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, belly to spine. Inhale, belly drops as the chin lifts. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, come to a neutral spine, look just beyond the top of the mat. Widen the stance of your knees, bring the big toes to touch, and then exhale, send the hips to sink onto the heels. Walk your hands forward and let your forehead melt down to the mat. And so here, as you rest in child's pose, if the forehead doesn't meet the mat comfortably, you can stack your palms or stack fists to relieve any pressure from the neck from holding up the head. And you want to nestle your hips back so that your bum is seated right on your heels, and really just allow yourself to melt down. And oftentimes in these poses that we hold for a little bit of time, the mind thinks, oh, I can wander now. I can think about the past. I can think about the future. But we really want to notice when those thoughts occur and then see if we can redirect our awareness to the breath. And if the mind is particularly busy, just say to yourself with every breath in, I am breathing in. And every time you breathe out, I am breathing out. That will really help you to anchor yourself to the present moment. With your next inhale, lift your forehead and walk both hands over to the right side of the body. So reaching the left arm as far away as you can, then melting your heart and your head back down. And just feeling a nice gentle stretch and lengthening through the left side of the body. And breathing in and breathing out. Allowing the breath to have a nice soothing quality to it. Inhale, lift the heart and the head. And then exhale, walk the hands all of the way over to the left. And then melt the head and the heart back down, stretching through the right side of the body. And just noticing how the breath fills the right side body a little more than the left. Your next inhale, lift the heart and the head and walk the hands back to center. And then exhaling to nestle back into child's pose. Inhale, lift the forehead, lift the hips and glide the shoulders on top of the wrists, gliding the knees underneath the hips. With your next inhale, sweep the right hand up, lift your eyes over top of the fingertips, and then exhale, weave the right arm under the left side of the body. Root down through the back of the right shoulder and the right ear, and then tent the left fingertips to prop yourself up. From here, make sure there's a little bit of space from your shoulder away from the right ear, and then think about gliding the left shoulder back to stack on top of the right. So the hips are elevated and we're opening through the back body. And again, focusing on that breath, inhaling, filling the belly, the lungs, and the chest. And exhaling, releasing from the chest, the lungs, and the belly. Place the left hand down. Inhale, prop yourself back up into a tabletop position, both wrists beneath either shoulder. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, belly drops, chin and chest rise. And exhale, come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, sweep up through the left hand, lift the gaze to follow, open the chest to the left. Exhale, sweep the left arm underneath the right side of the body, rooting down through the back of the shoulder and the left ear. Tent the right fingertips to prop up the right arm, and then glide the right shoulder back as if you're trying to stack it on top of the left. So just finding more activation through the back body, and then reconnecting with the breath. Allowing the mind to stay focused on every inhalation and every exhalation. And just giving yourself a chance to recharge. Notice if there's any different sensations in the body. Maybe the body's a little bit warmer now. Maybe the breath feels warmer. And place the right palm down. Inhale, press back up to tabletop. Wrists and shoulders aligned. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, belly drops as the chin and chest rise. Exhale, find a neutral spine. Inhale, walk the hands forward, just slightly. And then exhale, tuck your toes, lift your tailbone up and back. Here we find downward dog. So hands are just a little bit wider than the shoulders, if not shoulder distance apart. Feet are about the distance of your bony hips, and your heels disappear behind your toes. You can keep as little or as much bend in the knees as you need, but here we're just going to walk out the heels. So one knee bends while the other straightens, and then vice versa. So we're just walking out the legs to find a little bit of movement. And then settling back into downward dog. We want to find equal weight between both the hands and the feet. With an inhale, lift up your heels, come to your tippy toes, and then exhale, walk your feet forward toward your hands. As close as possible, you can bend your knees if you need to, and then come to the top of your mat. Glide your hands up your shins. Inhale, lift halfway, peel the shoulders back. And then exhale, fold, bring the heart to thighs as you tuck the chin. Inhale, roll up, stacking each vertebrae on top of another. Peel the shoulders down and back. And exhale, bring the palms to face forward. Inhale, sweep up through both hands. Reach for the right wrist, and then exhale, side bend toward the left. Peel the right shoulder back, lift the heart, and look up toward the sky. Anchor the body through the right foot. Inhale, return to center, release the right wrist, take a hold of the left. Exhale, side bend toward the right. Peel the left shoulder back and lift the heart, anchoring through the left foot. Deep breaths. Inhale to center, release the left wrist, look up between the palms. Exhale, take hands in front of the heart center. Inhale, sweep both hands up. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Push the knuckles down, lift the heart, inhale. And then exhale, fold. Let the hands fall behind the back as you draw the heart toward the thighs and tuck the chin. Really allow your head to become heavy here. You can keep a slight bend in the knees if you wish. And if the hands didn't leave the small of the back, that's okay too. If they did, peel your shoulders away from the ears and bring your shoulder blades together and hug your triceps together as you push the knuckles up toward the sky. With your next exhale, release the fingertips to the mat to frame the feet. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins halfway, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands down, step the feet back to a high plank position. From here, if you wish, you can tap the knees down and come to a half plank. Shoulders are right above the wrist, squeezing through your thighs and your buttocks. Keep the core really strong, hug belly button to spine. And then exhale, tap the knees down, bend the elbows, melt your heart between the thumbs on the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Beautiful. So just pausing here for a moment. If this is too intense for you, if you wish, you can just come here, draw the elbows and the shoulders back and lift the palms. So just finding a back bend that feels good for your body. Placing the palms down with your next exhale, tuck the toes, lift up and back to downward dog once again. Let's find some movement through the legs, pedaling the heels down and up. And then just swaying the hips from side to side. So just move into the body, feel into it, whatever feels good. And settle back into downward dog. Press through the fingertips. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, and then exhale, hop or step between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend the right knee, plant the right hand down. Inhale, sweep up through the left hand. Lift your eyes to look over top of the fingertips. Reaching up as high as you can. Exhale, fold, bend both knees, tuck your chin. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the left knee, plant the left hand. Inhale, right arm sweeps up toward the sky. Lift the gaze beyond the fingertips. And breathe. Exhale, plant the right hand down, bend both knees. Inhale, straighten the legs as you lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to high plank. Drop the knees if you'd like to. Nice and strong here through the core. With your next exhale, lower with control. Elbows nice and tight to the body. Inhale, lift the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift up and back to downward dog. Taking a few breaths here. Peel the shoulders away from the ears as if you're tucking your shoulder blades in your back pocket. With your next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, hop or walk between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold heart to thighs. Inhale, roll up through the spine, sweep your hands overhead. And then exhale, close with hands at heart center. With your next inhale, take a step with your right foot to the back of the mat. Turn both toes toward the right and reach your hands out side to side. So forward and back actually. With the palms facing down, stand up nice and tall. Peel the shoulders down. And then turn the big toes toward one another. With an exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, draw the elbows back as you lift the heart. Exhale, fold halfway, hinging at your hips. Push your bottom back and sink into the heels. So here, nice long spine. Draw your belly button in and back. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Place the hands beneath the feet, under the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. So if your hands don't reach the mat, you have two options. You can either reach for opposite elbows and really relax the upper body here as if you're a rag doll, or you can widen the stance of the feet to get the hands closer to the mat. So here, just shifting the weight of the body forward into the balls of the feet and just looking behind you as the head just hangs down. Maybe you want to nod or shake the head. And just relaxing into it. See how it feels to breathe in this upside down folded position. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. With your next inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. Activate the core as you exhale, draw hands to hips. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. And then exhale, pivot your left toes forward and step the right foot to meet the left at the top of the mat. Inhale, extend your hands all the way up. Exhale, fold heart to thighs, tuck the chin. Take the big toes to touch with the heels slightly apart, so creating a V shape with the feet. With your next inhale, find space, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold and bend the knees really deeply. Sink your weight into your heels. And then inhale, lift your heart and your hands, keeping the knees bent. So with the big toes touching, if you have access, just squeeze the knees and the inner thighs together. Reach the hands up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Glide your shoulders down and back, and then tuck your tailbone to lengthen through the spine. Instead of arching through the back, we want to tuck here. That activates the core a little bit. So notice any sensations in the legs. Maybe you're starting to feel a little bit warmer here. That's okay. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach behind the head. Exhale, fold heart to thighs, tuck the chin. Inhale, lengthen halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank, lower to the knees if you wish. One more in breath here. Exhale, lower with control, nice and strong. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift up and back to downward dog. With your next inhale, lift the right leg off the mat. Exhale, draw your heel toward your tailbone by bending the knee and flexing your foot. Inhale, extend the right heel back up toward the sky. And then exhale, glide forward to step your right foot in between the hand space. If it doesn't make it all the way, just pick it up and plant it there. Lower down to the left knee and the top of the left foot. And then inhale, interlace your hands above the right thigh. Good, you can stay nice and tall. We can keep a long spine but hinge forward, opening through the left hip flexor. And just breathing here. With your next exhale, place the left hand down inside of the right foot. Inhale, sweep up through the right arm, twisting to look up toward the sky beyond your hand. Exhale, place the right hand down outside of the right foot. And then inhale, shift the hips back, straighten out through the right leg. So here, if the hip is behind the left knee, just pick up the left knee, walk it back so the knee's right underneath the hip. So if you have really tight hamstrings, it'll be difficult or challenging for the right knee to bend, and that's okay. Just do the best that you can. So here the heel is down and the toes are lifted up. Again, if the hamstrings are posterior chain, if your calf is really tight, this might be really difficult. So again, just do your best and try to breathe through it. We're not here for long. And with your next inhale, shift forward into the right foot, bending into the knee. Walk the left knee forward if you've shifted it back. Plant the hands down, tuck the left toes, lift the knee off from the mat, and then step back to high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift up and back to downward dog. Breathing in, extend your left heel up toward the sky. Exhale, draw your heel toward your tailbone, bend the knee, flex your foot. Inhale, straighten your leg, push your heel toward the sky. And then exhale, glide forward, step your left foot through to the hand space. If it doesn't make it, pick it up and plant it there. Lower to the right knee, top of the right foot. And then inhale, take the hands above the left thigh. You can stay tall or shift forward. So just making sure a little more weight is in that left heel instead of the toes. We don't want that heel to lift up. Deep breaths. With your next exhale, place the right hand down inside of the left foot. And then inhale, spiral the left fingertips up toward the sky. Nice long arm, energizing through the fingertips to reach a little higher. Exhale, place the left hand outside of the left foot. Walk the right knee back a little bit and inhale, send the hips back, straighten out through the left leg, drawing the toes toward the face. If the knee's a little bit bent, that's okay, just listen to your body. So nice long spine here. And taking a few breaths. Remember from the other side, we're not here for that long. Breathing into the hamstring. And with your next inhale, shift forward into your lunge, bending the left knee. Walk the hands forward. With your next inhale, tuck the right toes under, lift the knee off the mat, and then exhale, step back to high plank. Here, take an in breath. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift up and back to downward dog. You can pedal through the legs here if you want to, or you can find stillness. With your next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and then exhale, hop or walk halfway through to a seated position. Beautiful. From here, take the soles of the feet together, sit up nice and tall. Bring the thumbs to the arches of the feet. Inhale, shine your heart between your biceps, lift the chin. And then exhale, draw the heart forward as you hinge at the hips. So you want to keep that spine nice and long. keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So just making sure you're not drawing the heart down and allowing the chest to collapse forward. We want to find nice spaciousness here. So opposed to bringing the heart down toward the feet, we want to draw the heart forward toward the big toes and find that length there. If you need a little bit of extra, you can take the elbows inside of the thighs and just gently glide the knees down, but try not to force anything, just listen to your body. We're not here for long. Inhale, lift the chest. Take the hands outside of the legs and draw the inner thighs together. Bring the hands beneath the knees. Inhale, elevate the heart, sit nice and tall. And then exhale, lean back, lift your feet off from the mat. From here, you can take the hands underneath the knees. And then exhale, extend your feet forward. Or you can keep the knees bent and reach the hands away. Or extend the legs and reach the arms away from the body. So whatever feels best for you. If you're feeling very unsteady, you can let the toes touch the mat and just lean back to find some core activation. So whatever feels best for you, just try to focus on your breath. And with your next exhale, extend the legs and lower your body with control to the mat. Walk your heels to either corner of the top of the mat and bring your hands out beside the body with palms facing up. So just getting really comfortable on your back. And letting the body breathe naturally, so letting go of that controlled breath. Allowing your body to settle into the mat. Maybe scanning how the body feels from the very top of the head to the soles of the feet. Take your time here, notice without any judgment at all how the body really feels, without attaching any label to the body. And you're more than welcome to stay here for as long as you need in this lying down position. It was my honor and my privilege to guide you through this practice. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.